Hello everybody, College Gamer Girl here for some more Elder Scrolls Online. Today we're doing something a bit different. First off, I want you to meet Kailah Auroran. She is an Altmer who fights for the Ebonheart Pact, so that's something new. Congratulations on meeting her. And what we are doing today is I'm going to take you through the Mages Guild. Mages Guild, I believe both the Mages Guild and Fighters Guild start at level 8, and well, the quest line starts at level 8.
Yes, that's just in line with the third law of arcanodynamics. Excellent.
And I believe they're every 5 levels after that. So they're kind of askew, but that makes it so that they're not conflicting, I guess, with the main quest, which starts literally every 5 levels. So anyway, let us speak with Velast here. You basically start off by talking to someone upstairs or wherever they are in that first guild hall of your faction. You tell them you want to join. They're just like, okay, cool. Go talk to this lady down here. So, all right, we'll talk to Velast, and she's the same for every faction you're in, so you can always recognize her. So let us speak.
Well met, Adept. I believe I may have a task for you.
What can I do for you, Velast?
New members of the lifeblood of the Mages Guild, especially for retrieval missions. I've received word about a possible store of ancient knowledge in a ruin nearby. I'd like you to retrieve it for me.
Where is this ancient ruin?
West of here, on the coast near Ash Mountain, lies a Dwemer ruin, the Inner Sea Armature. If you please, investigate the ruin and bring back any interesting books you can find.
Alright, I'll go look for books for you. And
The Inner Sea Armature is a dangerous place. Tread carefully, Adept.
Alright, will do. What is your role in the Mages Guild?
I am the master of Incunabula, the keeper of tomes. I've come here to inspect the local Arcaneum, the guild's library. I've dedicated my life to expanding our guild's knowledge. Standards must be kept.
How did you learn about these books?
We have ears everywhere, Adept. An intelligence report fell into my hands that mentioned these tomes.
I thought the guild was neutral in the war.
We are neutral in the war for Cyrodiil, and proud of it. That doesn't mean we don't take an interest when the hidden armigers notice something.
Hidden armatures?
The intelligence arm of the Ebonheart Pact.
Hooray.
Rumor is that there used to be an alchemy group from within House Telvanni who jumped ship. Now they answer to King Yoren personally, and the Aid only knows what they get up to.
And you can tell that these conversations are going to be unique for each faction as well. But yeah. It's like they'll always refer to your personal faction whenever you speak to her. So, what's in these books?
I don't know. It's always a delicious mystery cracking open a book for the first time. They could be anything from ancient recipes for stew to high arcana, even racy journals penned by elven poets.
Oh, lovely. Alright, bye then. Now, let us head up and out. And select this particular quest. Mages Guild quests and Fighters Guild quests will always appear under the Guild tab in your journal. So, Long Lost Lore. Let us head out and find where this place is. And while we're at it, we get to see a little bit of the Pact territory. This is Davin's Watch, which is, I think, it's the starter city. It's not on the starter islands, but it's the starter city for the Pact. It's where you end up when you wake up from Cold Harbor, and then you can go out to the starter islands. Alright, come on. Catch up with me. There we go. Alright, I'm going to use a way shrine, see if I'm any closer to where I was. You also get to see a bit more world exploration than you usually see in the main quest things, so... let me see. Where is it that we are going? We're going here. And of course, there's not a way shrine I found that's any closer to it, so we will just take a horse there. I need to rename this horse. It's still at the default name of Diamond. So... oh well. But here we ride. While we're at it, I suppose I will give you a little bit of information concerning Kailah's character. She is not necessarily evil, she's just has her own personal and darker interests. She doesn't always have the best interest of her faction in mind. She's always looking for what can be of use to her. Although she does like to be cruel and have fun with it. There's a dead niche. She is a sorcerer and a mage, and she uses heavy armor. And I'm sure you will learn throughout the course of this just how much I rather despise having, using stabs. I do not much care for them. I highly prefer using one-handed shield over any other fighting style. But every character I make uses a different fighting style just so I can, you know, practice different skills. And, ooh, look, it's iron ore. I am trying more crafting with Kailah than I have with Marola, because with Marola I'm more content just to use whatever things the quest lines give me. But okay. We're at the Inner Sea Armature. It is a Dwemer ruin, looks like. And here's a good old familiar loading screen. Hopefully it won't last too long. What the vanished dwarven people call this small subterranean site is now lost to history. Modern scholars of the Dwemer Modern scholars of the Dwemer call it the Inner Sea Armature. I hope this loading screen doesn't... okay, it didn't last forever, and I'm in the floor. Is anybody surprised? Anybody at all? I know I'm not. Alright, here we go. Hello, person. And in case you didn't know, I do have a number of other characters. Well, not a number, but I have a total of 4. Let me see, I want to get this guy here. Give me my clan fear, buddy. Okay. I have a character in the Dominion who is a Khajiit named Rilara. I can't even pronounce the name I gave her because it involves trilling R's. And she's a Khajiit. And then I also have a kind of fan fiction based character. I have a character I named Arya Draudingu from the Aragon series. She's also in the Dominion. She's a wood elf. I would have made her an Altmer, but Altmer can't have black hair apparently, so oh well. And there's a lot of other people in this dungeon, so you get to see me working with some other people for once. Sort of. I'm just running around. Alright. They killed the dwarven spiders. Yay, they killed it. And it's always this quest always takes place in a local dungeon, place for the faction. For instance, in the Dominion, it's an Ayleid ruin rather than a Dwemer ruin. It's been so long since I did the Covenant mission that I don't remember what sort of ruin that was in. But she always says it's in a ruin, so it's always in a ruin. And there's gear that I can sell. It's just helping attacking these things. Alright. There's a book. Give me the book. Okay. It's very short because Only the first paragraph is legible in all these books. Yay for attacking things. So I don't particularly care for staves because I am a terrible aim. That's also why I don't use bows. Well, I'm sure I'm gonna have to make a character use a bow eventually, just for completion's sake. Okay. Things are dead. Give me your stuff so I can sell it. Hidden Twilight. Da da da. Okay. And there's one more to find. Let's just throw that big old crystal at it. And this one. Alright, that's dead too. Okay. And look, it's a flying book. Hello? Summoning ritual of the Archmage. It appears blank.
Well done. I am Shalador, young one, and I think you'll do nicely. Return that book to the Lost. Tell her fire will show her the words.
Well, hello, Archmage Shalador. We certainly haven't heard of you before. If you've played Skyrim, you've heard of him before. Oh, look, it's a Sky Shard. Every dungeon, every solo dungeon, or, you know, not group dungeon, will have a Sky Shard in it. I don't know if group dungeons do or not. I've only done 2 so far. So, we have Sky Shard, and now we continue to kill things. Things are dead, and we continue on. We are on our way to return to the Mages Guild to give the books to Velast, so she can help us with things. This first mission is actually kind of long, but oh, you'll get to see why I'm sort of interested in showing it to y'all, because we get to meet a very interesting character in the course of this guild mission. But in the meantime, we sit through a loading screen. And yes, the starter area of the Pact is in Morrowind, as you can tell, with the volcanoes and the giant mushrooms and the falling through the floor. Actually, not falling through the floor, just getting stuck in the floor. Alright. Off we go, back to Velast. Every time you see a skull and crossed swords, that represents a world boss. And more or less, you just fight them for completion's sake, really. You get exploration points for it. You get some XP for it. Let's ride the horse. And that's where the Harborage is for this area. Harborage is always fairly close to the starting city. Ooh, I spy a chest. I'm going to pick the lock. It's funny, I was like level less than 5, I think, and I managed to pick a master lock. So it just shows how different lockpicking is for than in this game than it is for most any other game, especially any other Elder Scrolls game. Probably because lockpicking isn't actually a skill. Oh well. It's still fun. Okay. Ride around. And soon we'll be back to the city, I believe. Netch! That's a netch. That's a female netch, a Betty netch. I'm not seeing already. I'm always on the lookout for resources. Especially resources I'm gonna use. And here's a thing that happened with the big update they gave.
Those elves and their magic.
I haven't like literally fallen through any bridges or anything since the update, but it is a little bothersome to have to sit through loading screens every once in a while, especially because sometimes, especially if you're going quickly, like on a horse or something, you'll hit a loading screen that pretty much won't end. Let me see. How do I get over there again? I'm already lost. I don't know this city terribly well. It's like I don't even know Daggerfall perfectly well either, so... Oh, looks like we're gonna get to wait for the building to spawn when we're inside. Oh, maybe not. We'll see. Alright, it actually loaded before we got in. Good. Let's go talk to Velast. Whee! That was fun. Wait, is she above? No? Oh, there she is. Okay. Speak to me, Velast.
Were you successful? Do you have the tomes?
Yes, I have them right here. And something strange happened.
Well done. You're already proving your worth to the guild.
Huzzah!
Sorry, did you say strange? What happened?
An old man in rose appeared to me. He said his name was Shalador?
Shalador? Labyrinthian's father, the spell mirror's forger. Are you speaking truly?
Maybe.
And, this book's pages are blank. Why is it glowing?
Good question. Shalador appeared right after I picked up this book. He said fire would show you the words.
The spellwrights of the First Era used a special ink that would remain invisible until immersed in arcane fire. Perhaps that's what he meant. We have a brazier nearby burning with such a fire. Let's see what the flames reveal.
Alrighty, I'll give it a try.
Cast the book into the arcane fire. Fear not. The pages will not burn.
What can you tell me about Shalador?
Shalador was the most famous archmage of the First Era. His dedication to spellcraft and his commitment to research were unmatched by any before or since. Most mages revere him, though he does have his critics.
Critics? What critics? Why would he be criticized?
Shalador felt that one should earn the right to be called mage. He created many trials to test the spellcasting mettle of men in Myr. His loudest detractors were those who failed those tests.
Well, it makes sense. And these days he would be sued and would lose all prospects of life because, you know, people hate. Summoning rituals legible. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce any of that, but you can read the gibberish if you want. Alright. Now, well, let's walk back to Velast. Velaste.
What has the fire revealed?
I can't understand the words here. It must be a very complex spell.
Complex indeed. Much of this is beyond my understanding, but here, this one is an attunement spell. We can summon Archmage Shalador himself.
Hooray!
We need some ritual orbs.
What do these orbs do?
They'll focus your magicka, attune your life energies, and draw him to this place.
Sounds
The
fun.
ritual will apparently also link your mind with his.
Yay! I'm gonna have an old dead mage talking in my head. What does this
It
mean?
means that the Archmage will be able to guide you and speak to you whenever he chooses.
See exactly what I said.
Are you ready to begin?
Sure, let's
To
begin.
the center.
To the center.
First, we attune your spirit to Shalador's. Ready.
Oh,
When you're set, use the orb before you.
use the ritual orb. Whee!
Knew it. He was right in choosing you.
Alright, speak to me. You're all glowy.
I can sense. Yes. The aura around you glows with good fortune. You will be the one to help me complete my final task.
Why me?
What I hope to accomplish is difficult, perhaps impossible. It will require great strength of spirit.
Lovely.
I sense this strength in you. That is what drew us together in the ruins.
Didn't have anything to do with the fact that you're undead and I have no soul? I don't even know. What is this task?
A storm rages towards us, Adept. War has come to Tamriel, and the mages of this great guild must have quarter.
Okay.
I intend to offer them a safe haven, a sanctuary where they may study in peace.
How do we create this sanctuary?
I created that sanctuary centuries ago. It was stolen from me by an agent of chaos and magically transported to the Shivering Isles.
Huzzah.
To recover the island, we must locate 4 hidden tomes. This is the task of which I speak.
Okay, where are these tomes?
They are being held in the place known as Cheesemonger's Hollow. It is a realm of the mad god, Sheogorath. Stand by my side, and I will open a portal.
Okay, I'll stand with you, Shalador.
Be careful. Sheogorath is not to be taken lightly. I lost the sanctuary because of his nimble tongue and mad stare.
I'm sure that's exactly why you lost it. Why have you returned, Shalador?
To protect my legacy. While this guild was... After my time, I accomplished much in Tamriel. I founded schools of magic, oversaw the construction of the Great Maze, and bore my spell mirror into battle.
And you think the war can undo all that?
I know it. I laid powerful enchantments on my final resting place. When my legacy is threatened, I'm drawn back from Aetherius. My
That's
presence here is
depressing.
proof enough. The Three Banners War is a threat to every mage in Tamriel.
You have no ability to rest then. Alright. How did you lose the sanctuary?
I won't waste my time recounting his antics. Suffice it to say, he got the better of me. Bets were made, wagers were lost,
Yeah.
and my sanctuary, Ibea, was pulled into his realm. My apprentices screaming all the while.
I'm sure they're perfectly happy now. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on whether they have a tendency toward toward mania or dementia. Who is Sheogorath?
He's known as the Daedric Prince of Madness, the Mad God. The Dunmer call him one of their 4 corners of the House of Troubles, and he's earned the title 1,000-fold.
Is he really a threat? He sounds like a joke.
Don't take him too lightly. Madness comes in many forms. Sheogorath encompasses them all. He rules the Shivering Isles, but often takes an active interest in our world. That usually doesn't end well.
Boy. Am I really going to a place called Cheesemonger's Hollow?
Yes, an example of Sheogorath's humor. There are those that find his madness amusing. I am not one of those people. The Mad God would just as soon serve you an aged cheddar as he would flay the skin from your bones. Remember that.
Alright then. Goodbye. Let's go.